Humans of Earth, welcome back to JRE in a nutshell. I am really excited to be back to you, especially this week where we have so many cool interviews. Today we're gonna speak about the Bret Weinstein interview, but before we do that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, click on the bell, and all that stuff. We are in most of the social media platforms, whichever your poison is. Follow us there and please share. So let's start right away. Let's start with the Bret Weinstein interview. As usual, amazing, a lot of anthropology, very about social, about political discussions. We start talking about censorship, of course, very, very, very controversial, and slowly, sadly, getting more serious, this topic. Then we go about the farmer protest that's happening in Europe and everything that's going on there. We speak about journalism, obviously, corporate journalism against independent and the influence that each of them is taking now. The WEF with their new rules and all that stuff that's coming up, of course, led by the WEF. Everything is going to be covered there. And main topic, COVID. We speak a lot about COVID, about the vaccines, about all of that stuff. We talk about RFK and obviously the man himself, Fauci. And at the end, we just finish with the border and all of the situations that's going down in the southern border, of course, with all the uncontrolled immigration that's going on at the moment. So very, very, very interesting interview. I would give it 4.5 nuts, actually. I would give it 4.5 nuts. So yeah, I really, really recommend you to watch it. Please stay for the quote of the day. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe and like us and follow us in all of these social media. So thank you very much. This is my first episode back, so thanks for bearing with me. And there's a lot coming, new segments, new stuff coming up. So please stay tuned. Click on that bell so you will get all of my notifications. So until then, see you later. Peace.
Something deeply unpatriotic has taken over the governance of our country. And that, in part, in the same way that we all were misled, or most of us were misled by the use of the term vaccine, so we didn't spot the horror of the mRNA shots early enough, we have this reflex of imagining that, there are intense divisions amongst the political class about in which direction the country should be governed. And once you free yourself from that mindset and you imagine, here's the way I think of it. We have a very corrupt and very corruptible governance structure. I do not know what force it is that is supposed to prevent our enemies from buying influence in the same way that corporations do and did. So I don't assume that what is taking place is the result of misguided patriots. I assume it is the result of corruption. Whether that corruption is actually hostile to the U.S., I'm completely open to that possibility. And it means that when you're looking at the people in power and you're saying, oh, they couldn't possibly be doing that, could they? The answer is you're really asking the wrong question, right? People just following orders is a well-understood problem. Politicians whose reason for being has become corruption, right? They are in effect just following orders, right? The orders of whoever paid to influence them. They don't necessarily know why policies are desired. And if they do know, they don't necessarily care, right? They've gotten used to not caring. That's how they got ahead. So, I know how this sounds, but I also know that the only way to make the pieces that we can see fit together is to open our minds to possibilities that sound incredible on first hearing, but actually are a pretty good match for the evidence.